Hey friends, it's Rachel with the Ponds Farmhouse, and today I'm coming to you from my workshop where I am hoping to get some splatters of blue paint all over me. I cannot paint anything without ruining my clothes, so I am dressed for the occasion. And what we're going to be making today is some beautiful napkins. I'm actually going to be using flour sack towels to make the napkins with. I had previously been looking for some napkins that I was interested in, and all of the ones that had the design on them that I liked were very, very expensive. And so I decided that I could create my own. So what I'm going to be using is this Napoleonic blue chalk paint, and I have my design on a roller here. And this is just a really easy way to decorate fabric. The anti-slone chalk paint is very, very pliable, which means that you can put it onto your fabric and it will not be stiff. So that's one reason I'm using that type of paint. And so what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to lower the camera so you can kind of see how I've got this set up, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to put together these beautiful napkins out of flour sack towels. Okay, I've got everything set up. I have washed and pressed the flour sack towels. I prepared my table here with some wax paper and tape. And we are going to be ready to go ahead and apply some paint here to the surface to make these Italian tile napkins. So let's get started. So for this project, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of the paint out onto the wax paper here. We don't want too much because we don't want it to get too thick. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off and set it aside. And then we're going to use our little roller here to flatten out the paint. We do not want the paint to be too thick, so we're going to flatten it out. And we're going to take our roller, and these are decorative rollers, which there's different designs that you can get, and I'll put a link to this one on it. I am planning an Italian style table, so I wanted the pattern to kind of have like a tile look to it, so that's what this is. So you just want to roll it into your paint. I just do a couple of rounds just to be sure that I get it on there good. Then we're going to move over to this side and we're going to start. The key to this is to not pick your roller up if at all possible. So what I'm going to do is start right here on this edge. And you'll notice that these cotton flour sacks are a little wavy. So this is a little tricky on the first roll. But what we want to do is just kind of keep it flat and keep rolling, and that'll quit trying to pick up on you at the end. You just want to kind of keep rolling it. And it's okay because this is supposed to be a tile and it's not going to be exactly the same look all over. We want it to kind of have an aged look to it. So now in order to kind of keep it looking even, what I'm going to do is pick up more paint. And this time I'm going to start from the opposite end and roll it down. Just putting it right up against where the last one was and rolling it down. And you'll see then that you've kind of got dark and light going back and forth, and that's kind of what you want. You don't want it to look like it's all light on one end and dark on the other. So we're going to start at the bottom again. And when you're in the middle, it's a little easier to do. If you overlap a little bit like I just did, it's not a huge issue. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my little thing in here. I need to move this off so that I can get to the other side. So I'm just going to slide it out from under the roller here in the wax paper. Like I said, ideally you would have enough room on your table to do this without having to move it, but my table's a little narrow. Okay, so I think we've still got plenty of paint on here. Now all we need to do with this is we need to move it to a surface where it can dry. But look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to let this dry, and then we're going to press it again with some heat. The heat pressing will allow the paint to absorb into the fibers of the fabric, and then you will be able to wash these after you use them on your table. I'm getting ready to heat press my new napkins. And so what I'm going to do is I'm putting a barrier in between the paint and the hot iron. So let's go ahead and put that on there, and we're just going to press it down and give it a little bit of pressure there to heat press in this design. Okay, friends, I'm back. We have all of our napkins pressed. This was a quick and easy project. It only took about 20 minutes to do the whole thing. And I now have these gorgeous, I'm going to stand up so you can see them, these gorgeous Italian tiled napkins. So I did already have the rollers, and I do want to say that I have this one here. This is another design that I can't wait to use. It actually has a little flower in it. I'll put a link to that for you as well. But these are relatively inexpensive, and you can just do all types of projects with them. But I hope you enjoyed this project, and I cannot wait to share with you how these are going to look on my Italian tablescape. So stay tuned, and hope you'll join me for my next adventure.